This is the story of a man named Sam. He was known by his friends as Sam the Bellhop, because for many years he was a bellhop. He worked very hard on his job, made sure everybody was always happy, and he saved up enough money to eventually open up his own restaurant. So he built up the restaurant on his own, and he worked in there 6 nights a week. And one night he was working in there, and 4 guys who were dressed like kings came into the establishment. They came in, they sat down, Sam served them some drinks, made sure everybody was happy. So after 2 or 3 drinks, one of the guys came up to Sam and he says, "Sam, we've heard this is a pretty lively town. I was just wondering if there was any way you could maybe introduce us to some maybe female company." So Sam had a little look at his watch and says, "Well guys, you know, it's a little bit early at the moment, but we'll see what I can do for you." So I just got the deck. So Sam went for a little walk, 1, 2, 3 blocks away, and he came back. And he says, "Well guys, you know, I told you it was a little bit early, but I've done my best for you. Got you a couple of brunettes and a couple of redheads. Is that okay?" He says, "Sam, that's absolutely superb. Where did you manage to find them?" He says, "Oh, 654 Club, just down the road." He says, "Sam, you're an absolute genius. There's a $2 tip for you." He says, "Thanks very much." He says, "You're very, very welcome." So the ladies sat down, they ordered some drinks also. They sat down, the guys dressed like kings, and those ladies got on like an absolute house on fire. So a couple of hours later, one of the kings again came up to Sam and says, "Sam, we know this is a bit of a poker town as well. I was wondering if you'd be able to find us, you know, maybe some poker players so we get a game going." So he looked at his watch and says, "Well guys, you know, it is a little bit early still, but I'll see what I can do for you if I just cut the deck." And Sammy took a walk, 1, 2, 3 blocks away, and he came back. And he says, "Guys, managed to find you 4 players." He says, "The problem is they're all called Jack. Is that okay?" He says, "Sam, that's not a problem. It's absolutely superb. Where did you find those guys?" He says, "Oh, the 654 Club, just down the road." He says, "Sam, you're a genius. There's another $2 tip for you." He says, "Thanks very much." "Not at all, you're very welcome, Sam." So those guys sat down and got the cards out, got the money playing, having an absolute great time. The ladies were having a good time. Everybody was having a fantastic time. So a little while later, one of the guys dressed like kings came up to Sam again and says, "Sam, sorry to trouble you again." He says, "Not at all." He says, "I was just wondering, I've got this cheque for $40 and I've no way of getting cash and I'm running a little bit low. Is there any way you can maybe cash it out for me?" So he looked at his watch and says, "Well, it's a little bit early, but I'll see what I can do for you." He says, "A couple of 20s would be absolutely brilliant." He says, "Okay, no bother." So he goes away, comes back from the till, and he says, "I didn't have any 20s, but well, 4 10s do." He says, "Sam, that's superb. There's another $2 tip for you." He says, "Thanks very much." He says, "Not at all, Sam, you've been an absolute great host." He says, "Hey Sam, what age are you?" "I'd guess you're about maybe 38. He says, "You're close, I'm actually 39. He says, "Oh right, where do you live?" He says, 1329 West 8th Street. He says, "Oh, just up the road." He says, "Yeah." He says, "Do you ever play poker?" He says, "Oh yeah, every night, 654 Club. He says, "Oh, I've been up there before, it's a good hand in there." He says, "Yeah. He says, "You ever seen a good hand yourself?" He says, "You wouldn't believe the hands that you see in there. Just the other day I was in playing a game, and this guy pulled out 3 7s and a pair of 8s. He says, "That's a full house." He says, "Did he win?" He says, "No, the guy next to him, 3 aces and a pair of 9s. He says, "That's absolutely unbelievable. 2 full houses. Did he win?" He says, "Nah, Scott Stewart was there and he pulled out the straight flush." Sam the Bellhop.